Recorded Books presents The Feminist and the Cowboy, an Unlikely Love Story, by Alisa Valdes, narrated by Celeste Ciulla and directed by Kathleen Gormley.
A cowboy reaches out. The story of my awakening begins, as so many do, with a disagreement. A conservative rural cowboy wanted to meet me. He thought he might be exactly what I needed. I, a progressive feminist from the city, disagreed, as vehemently as my bleeding heart allowed. It was 2010. I was 41 years old and a single mom to a preteen boy. I was a recovering journalist and reformed Ivy Leaguer, happily making a living as a writer of commercial fiction, but with no personal life to speak of, unless you counted fantasizing about which of the Jonas brothers might be the best lover, which was not only creepy, but probably also illegal in most states. I worked from home, often in my stained pajamas, which I didn't wash often enough because, frankly, who would care if I had coffee dribbled down the front of my shirt? I didn't meet many new people, and my social sphere was limited to extended family, female friends, and the women who showed up at my book signings, more than a few of them armed with glitter pens. I mention all of this to somewhat lessen the blow to my ego of admitting that I, hoping to meet a real live man person, had joined an online dating site. Okay, I admit it, let's move on. I'd been divorced for 5 years by then, with no noteworthy relationships in the interim. I'd learned to live single, but wasn't sure I wanted to do so forever. I had actually liked being married as a concept. I just hadn't liked, my husband. I was starting to secretly fantasize about unspeakable sins of domestic bliss once again. Cooking for someone who might like wild-caught salmon better than SpongeBob-shaped macaroni, for example. Or one day sharing a bed with something other than, well, let's just say something that wasn't battery-operated. Thusly inspired, I signed up for the site. I filled out my profile, checking all the appropriate boxes that I hoped would draw a like-minded man to me. A politically progressive man. A man who lived in the city and recycled. A professional man who might have nice ties and belong to an expensive gym, or better yet, ride a recumbent bike.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?